Well, good morning. It's like 20 after 7 in the morning. It's still kind of cold. Still in bed, and I'm awake because I felt something peculiar. And that is that my thermarest has deflated. So that sucks. I have a hole in my thermarest. Well, this thing is sealed, so that's not the problem. So this thing has a hole. Now that I'm a little more awake, you know, I did 5 night, a 4 night, and an 8 night. So that's actually, oh, not 5 nights, 5 days, 4 days, and 8 days. So that's actually 4 nights, 3 nights, and 7 nights. So that's 14 last year. This year I've done a 4 day and a 4 day, so that's another 6, so that's 20. And then this is my 3rd night out, so that's 23. I don't know, is that good for a thermarest that costs like 250 bucks? I don't know. Well, like I said, the beauty of this is I can take it home and stick it in the tub, blow it up, stick it in the tub, or try to figure out where the hole is. There's the cropper. So the water source for this campground is kind of hiding down here. Okay. Still not the greatest, but hey, it's a lot better than it was. So my Zenith 105 new backpack has a detachable day pack, and this is the first time I'm going to try it. I'll show you what all I got in here when there isn't somebody like 15 feet away from me wondering why I'm talking to myself. Well, I'm off and running. Got going at 10 o'clock. That's actually pretty decent. The objective is the Lakeshore Trail for Shadow Lake. Okay, I went and filled up my water and everything at the lake, at the outlet stream anyway. Time to go to the short line, and I'm probably gonna have company, so I'll just do what I can as always. So far the Lakeshore Trail is not much of a lakeshore. These guys keep saying it's the trail to a waterfall, so we'll see what comes out of it. I have to learn why you have this gorgeous treasure of a lake, and yet trails are up on hillsides instead of down beside the feature. You know, I mean, a couple of days ago we saw Faro Creek, wondering the same thing, like why? What's wrong with having a trail down beside wonderful nature instead of just in the trees? And you got this amazing lake, and we haven't walked alongside it yet. So I gotta go find out, because I always get a little frustrated with that. Here we go. Still not, this isn't the trail, but at least you have the opportunity to come down here and check out the view before resuming. Awesome. I thought about walking around, but those cliffs over there, that puts an end to that. That's not going to happen. Okay, this is what I hoped it would be. The trail is here and the views are here. Much better, much better. Now we're talking. Well, it's pretty outstanding in here. You can come around this corner and see all this range. A couple of glaciers. There's that waterfall. That waterfall's wicked. Outstanding. Pretty great. Well, I'm gonna keep going and see how far I can get. Well, once you hit this chute, and climbing up for a bit, starting to get a view of the lake. It gets a little trickier, but there's still a good trail, so not sure what I'm going to. Maybe some big fall at the top. That waterfall is really becoming cool because you can see it from the side now. See it just shooting over. Awesome. Well, I'm forced to take a bit of a break, you know, it's hot. And this thing climbs. It climbs pretty decent ways. You're climbing all up along the chute the whole way, so yeah. There's a little bit of work in it. Oh. Well, I think this is the waterfall they talk about. But the trail keeps on going too. So, not wanting to stop. So I climbed up past the falls, and now I'm going up this ridge, and on either side of it is some falls. Those are nice. But over here, it's even bigger. I'm hoping I get a better shot of it. But right now I can just get glimpses of it. Well, if I can't get any better than this, I'll just beat my way down there on the way down. But right now the trail seems to be going there. Well, there's only so much room in the Canadian Rockies travel guide, right? Or Canadian Rockies guide, whatever. I mean, the print that is allowed talks about the forest that you go hiking up and down. Then it just says you go to the west end of Shadow Lake. Well, I've left that way behind. And it talks about ice caves, so it just kind of skips a huge portion, right? Ice caves that aren't really worth going to anymore, since one of them collapsed and the other ones were covered by an avalanche. But there's all this piece in the middle here that, you know, there's not enough room to talk about, obviously. Oh, it's starting to open up. And more waterfalls. Like all this chute here, the waterfalls that are there. And there I was just in the bush, in the forest. And the trail keeps going, so I'm really curious as to what else I'm gonna find. And the trail, start of the rocks. Let's see what this looks like. What the hell? Trail keeps going. Ah, hell, let's go up here and look. Nice. Glacier. just some more cool waterfalls. You just get all these huge mountainous waterfalls coming off here. Oh, there we go. Pretty cool. Well, this couple came along and they actually found a trail going through all this, which was actually fine. So I thought, oh, screw it. I followed them in, and now I've parted ways because they've decided to go through all that brown stuff, which I think is fairly recent avalanche. I think that's the avalanche they talked about in 1998. I've decided to just come down to this beach. There are cairns and stuff, but I mean, look at this. I would not want to walk on this. Well, this is worth coming checking stuff out in this basin, man. This is really cool. One, two, three of them. One way down there. I'll get closer to that one. Look at this whole basin though. This is just sick. So random. Look at the guy here. This has liquid in it too. Dare I open it? It's just water. It's just water. Interesting concept. As you suck water out, it collapses. So this is a pretty neat optical illusion here, right? You got this snow, right? Then you got rocks, and there's, you know, there's little patches of snow down here. So obviously the snow is, you know, well, no, look. That is an ice cavern, and I mean, all of this is glacier, the whole thing. Rocks probably actually making it harder, actually protecting the snow, making it so it's tougher to melt. So all this is all snow. Who knows how far down it goes, right? The trail they talk about, I don't know where it got wiped out, covered up, but it's not that hard to get down here. It really isn't. I'll do what I can to explain this. I know there's wind. All right, so the way you get through the scree is there's sticks sticking up out of rocks, right? So I've come as far as I can on the sandy beach. There's a stick there, another stick, and then of course over there where you come out of the trees, as you saw earlier, there is two big piles of rocks, so it shows you where the trail is. So here you go. You got trail, 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 nice trail, nice trail, nice trail. Boom, big pile of brown rocks. I'd say this is where the avalanche happened. All this brown. And now there's like sticks of rocks and stuff over there, kind of leading you around. And then you just go down there, there's sandy beach. But this trail is actually a nice way to get to the rock, from the rocks to over there. Well, I'm out of the rocks and moseying back. I have a couple missions on the way back. I think one is I want to try one of those trails. There's two mystery trails on the way back, so I want to try one out. See what happens. The other is I'm gonna head down, quickly get off trail and get a shot of that big waterfall. I think that's worth going 20 feet down the embankment to go and check out. actually quite easy to get down to that. I mean, that's not hard, right? A lot of moss. I think the trail is just up here. I'm just going to continue on a little bit, be a little bit adventurous, and then I'll re-intercept. A little later in the day, that one is much stronger, I'd say. Oh, maybe not, I don't know. Boy, look at this guy. All off on the lonesome. Probably one of the best views you get of Shadow Lake. I'm up high anyway. I'm holding that over my head. Here's eye level. Spotted these. I thought it was someone that set up camp, but it's red chairs. Now, how in the name of God do you get to them? All right. Gives me some mystery to focus in on the way back. I'm still after those red chairs, but in the meantime, this is probably one of the best views of Shadow. You have a little creek crossing, and I can see them there. Now, I think there's actually a little trail up here that I had spotted before. Just thinking I went down to the lake. Here's the main trail, and here it is. Do they want the chairs to be a secret? Because no sign, nothing in the trail guide, no nothing. Why? Those chairs are expensive and they're awesome. This is gonna be cool. It's like the only one people that know about it who are walking back the shoreline trail, because it's pretty hard to spot otherwise. There you go. I have, if there wasn't a lodge nearby, I'd have the best chair within miles and miles and miles. This is wicked. All good things must come to an end. Never know what you'll find. Never know the surprises on a trail. All right, so I am in between the lake and the campground slash also the lodge. Two mystery trails. This one, that's the main trail, and this mystery trail goes here. So I'm gonna try it out, see what kind of trouble I can't get myself into. I've done this kind of thing before. Obviously it's been a while, but I mean, once upon a time it was taken care of. My guess is that maybe the trail was relocated so that hikers would not go traipsing right through the lodge. Right, so I'm guessing that's where I'm gonna pop out. Because when I did the main trail, I kept a close eye trying to find where this trail re-intercepted. And I couldn't, so I think that's where it's gonna be. I'm gonna pop out right at the meadow below the lodge. Sure enough, 10 seconds after I stopped that video, like there's the trees I just crossed, there's the lodge. Yeah, that trail took me traipsing right through the middle of the lodge. Saved a bunch of up and down though. I had an easier time than anyone who went up there. Time to go pack up. I still have 14 kilometer backpack to do. Well, this little day pack was a total success. Even has a little pouch here for a water bladder. And there is everything I had in that backpack, and I probably still have more room. So yeah, I'm digging it. One last thing about the day pack, this is it here. All right, I just folded up the straps into a little bag, little pocket in there, and then snap, snap, there. Now it's, you know, for bug spray and stuff, right? All right, I'm off and running again. So now I have a 14-kilometer backpack to do. So in the book, it says 3 kilometers down to the end of the lake. Well, if you're going to the scree, if you're going to that basin like I did, it is more like 5 in total. So then that's 10 overall. Plus, there's a definite amount of climbing to be done, so you never quite know what you're getting yourself into. So now I've already done 10 kilometers, and I got a backpack 14. But fortunately, 14 is supposed to be quite easy. So that's good. The first part of it is I got to get down to the bike racks that mark the end of the that trail, the mountain biking trail, and apparently this is actually the hard part of the trail. So yeah. Well, I'm at the bikes. Nice to say that I've walked 2.2 kilometers, but not just that. It's not 14. It was 14 to Shadow Lake. It's 12.7 from the actual campground, so I'm down to 10.5. Doing all right. Take a little break here. Can't give up a bench, right? So now it's 3.6 kilometers to a bridge and a campground that no one ever seems to book. This is obviously an old fire road, but I don't care. I'm fine with it. I will take an easy road. I just figured out by looking at some of the mileages that yesterday I did over 20 kilometers. And I mean, I went over Whistling Pass and I climbed up Scarab and Mummies, so I can probably throw on 500 or 600 meters onto that too of climb. So yeah, good exercise. I'm getting strong. That's what you want. But I got no problems doing a nice easy fire road all the way back to my car. Well, fire roads don't have many views. It just means you appreciate them even more when they do show up. Not a bad mountain there. Not bad. Not bad. It is pretty neat to be along a raging river. I'm at Lost Horse Campground and people are actually here. I can't believe it. Every time I try to book, it was always every spot open. So I'm glad to see. It's great. All right, well, I think they're going to rebuild that bridge soon because new material. I'm going to go see if there's... I'm going to go and see if there is a picnic table. Yay! That's all I wanted. A place to have a nice rest. Yeah. Good water source too. Wow. And my usual curiosity about where does that go? So a couple that came down from there told me that if you head up a couple minutes, there's a beautiful meadow underneath this mountain. Now, on maps.me, actually shows a trail going up to this mountain, so I think that's also the beginning of that for people who want to climb it. I've seen so much beautiful flowers and I've seen so much stuff, and I'm just ready for the car. So, and no one's here and I have all my food. I'm not gonna take it and throw it all in the bear box and head up. So yeah, time to head out. Here we go. It's kind of a droopy bridge, but it's there. Destined to be replaced pretty quick. Well, sadly, I have 6.9 kilometers to go and absolutely nothing along the way to like mark where I'm gonna go. Oh, here's a bridge up here, another bridge. Okay then. I always look for milestones, like what's the next thing? It's 2 kilometers down, perfect, okay. Bang that off, now what's the next thing? But this one is just 6.9 kilometers away. Look at this little guy. It's all, the tops of it have all been smoothed out and everything. To me, this is still totally functional. I don't know why they bothered building another bridge. Oh well, as long as I go use it, it's there. Okay, nothing to do now but just put my head down for 6.9 kilometers. I mean, yeah. Oh, I read this is actually not a fire road. This was an old mining road. So that's kind of cool. I wonder where the mining site was up there. It's quite the mountain. That other one off Given Pass is called Little Copper, and this is apparently just Copper Mountain. Ah, mystery trails. Oh well, they drive me crazy, but you just gotta live with it, man. You just can't walk every trail in the world. You can't solve every mystery. And sometimes the road just loops around, comes over here, and solves the mystery for you. There we go. Yeah, I guess it won't drive me nuts after all. Views, even partial views. Take them when you can get them. Okay, I've never quite seen a sign like this, and you know what? It's for real. Like, this is a recent, not, well, you know, maybe 5 years ago, but I mean, this is, yeah, this is a big old tree destroying avalanche. Did it only get down to here? Sure seems like it. Wow. You can just see all the white tops of things. Did they mark the side of the avalanche, or is that the tops of trees that have been sheared off? I think it's the tops of trees. That's, yeah. Huh, and you got these 2 trees that survived right in the middle. Good for them. Look at these guys, see the bark? And the branch is all wiped. Down there, the trees have got a lot of damage on them too, a lot of bark. Huh. Cool. All right, now that I've stopped exactly where they told me not to stop, time to move on. Yeah, forest. You know, usual thing. Ow. Not as like, yeah, that's the biggest rock anywhere, except for you. Random. Well, it's another one. Just, or maybe it's the same one. Maybe one bunch of rocks went one place and, or snow, I don't know. Wow, okay. Look at the pile of trees down there. Holy crap. Damn. Okay. And there's no rocks really around at all, so this must have been snow. Huh. Crazy. I can hear the highway, but that's deceptive, man. Sometimes you can hear the cars, the big trucks, and you're like 3 kilometers away from your trailhead. But according to maps.me, I am less than a kilometer as the bird flies, but it still has to circle around and lose a bunch of altitudes, so almost there. All right, I think this is just a shortcut. I know that the road swings around, comes over here, so I'll take the shortcut. Why not? Yep. Back on the road. That's just a little shortcut. There's some stables that obviously the warden service used to use. Wonder if they get used much anymore. This guy here does not look very happy. That tack shed. Almost. So close. Car is here and it's fine. Oh, love you, car. Love you. Oh, man. One of the greatest pleasures in life after a 25-kilometer day, you know, about 12 and a half backpacking, 12 and a half day hiking, and I don't know how many kilometers this 4 days. Taking your shoes off, just exposing your feet to air and putting on some Crocs to drive home is fantastic. And now I'm gonna go to McDonald's and eat everything in the entire restaurant. Well, that was another fun day. I'm gonna go on a shoreline, you know, on a lakeshore hike, you know, 3 kilometers there and back, and then go back, you know, should be fairly uneventful. Then go down an old fire road. Well, it was, you know, more than I bargained for, as always. I love it. I just love it. Get out there and hike, man. There's just so much awesome stuff out there to do.